In this experiment, the materials we used were the Sudan stain in a plastic dropper bottle, 5 plastic bags, water, and 5 different food samples. The 5 different food samples we tested were the hamburger patty, cotton candy, popcorn, bread, and fries. Each food samples were broken into smaller pieces and placed in their own plastic bag. We then added a bit of water and 3 drops of Sudan stain. After each bag has been filled with their own food sample, water, and 3 drops of Sudan stain, we shook them gently to make sure it mixed well. Finally, we let it sit. At the end, fat was found in the patty, fries, and bread. Fat was not found in the popcorn or the cotton candy. With the results we have received, we found that none of the tests of the food samples were surprising. Number 1. A food chemist is a scientific expert trained in a special field of chemistry that is obligated to the safety of consumers. They're responsible for the analysis and evaluation of food. They make sure the food is consumable and safe. They test and evaluate the results in regards to legal regulations on nutrition and environment.
Question 2. Unsaturated is a good fat from olive oil, coconut oil, nut oil, and is a good way to protect our health from heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure. And saturated is a bad fat from animals such as like beef, chicken, and it can cause cancer, high blood pressure, and obesity. So our group, we have hamburger, popcorn, and cotton candies are unsaturated, and for fries and bread are saturated. 3. The product from animals such as beef, pork, fish has the highest melting point, because the most common fatty acids are listed. That there are 2 groups of fatty acids, saturated and unsaturated. Recall that the term unsaturated refers to the presence of one or more double bonds between carbons as in alkenes. A saturated fatty acid has all bonding positions between carbons occupied by hydrogens.
Number 4. Some benefits of having fatty acids in foods are that it can lower blood pressure, it can improve one's blood lipid, which is cholesterol or triglyceride. It plays a beneficial role in the brain development. It can also reduce the risk of a sudden cardiac death, such as heart attacks. Fatty acids in food can be classified as saturated fats, monounsaturated fats, or polyunsaturated fats. All these 3 types of fats are really unhealthy. The disadvantages of having fatty acids in the foods are that it can cause diabetes, it can lead to heart diseases, it can make you gain more weight easily, it can raise the cancer risks, and it makes you insulin resistant. This picture of a fat molecule is called an oleic acid. This is presented in fries. To figure out how many moles there were, we divided the 1 gram by its molar mass, which is 282.47 grams. To figure out how many molecules there were, we did the same step as we did to figure out the moles, and then we multiplied it by 6.02 to times 10 to the power of 23 molecules to figure out how many molecules there were.